Okay, Carl, I love this movie, and one of the things I really love about it is the ending of the film, because it is so unlike most detective fiction, where the detective goes back to his lonely office and pours himself a shot, and he has no sense of community, nothing, right? He's just the lone wolf. But this totally subverts that. And just tell me about that, like why you chose to end in this particular way.
The book had ended in an upbeat way, you know, where Easy basically, instead of having his cynicism confirmed, the actual discovery that there was this cynicism to be entertained in one's mind in regards to society and politics and the whole construct of government and all of that, for him, it's a revelation. He now understands something that he did not even know existed before. As opposed to it being a confirmation of something that is bad, it's an awareness that he has come to. That, oh, this is how things work. Oh, this is what I need to do with my life in some way. So there's that. And it really was all in service of him trying to keep his house, which for a black person, especially at that time in the late 40s, 1948, was really important. Land, house, et cetera, you know, have for it, especially because in so many places you weren't allowed to own, you know, property.
That sense of pride of ownership and community and all that comes out so strongly. It reminds me of, like, there are stories that you can do, like Black Like Me or Gentleman's Agreement or something, where they're saying, oh, look at it through these eyes, that are preachy. But what I love about this movie is that because it's now a black man going through all of the cliche or the tropes that you see in this genre, but you're experiencing it in a totally fresh way. So when those guys invade Easy's home, and you feel that more than you ever felt it in a regular detective story where the guy's having his apartment broken into or something, because it's a real violation. And you sense the fear that he has, like, I'm kind of powerless in this spot.
In the usual Gumshoe, you know, one of the cops is kind of cool and the other cop's the heavy, you know, and oftentimes, like in The Big Sleep, he had been an officer. Same with in Chinatown. None of these cops are going to be cool with Easy. He's going to be rough wherever he goes. So the pressure is different. The pressure is a lot more pronounced for the Easy character than for Marlowe or Sam Spade.
I have to ask, Denzel is so fantastic in this film. The film is so beautifully realized. It seems to me that this was a setup for a series of movies. What happened?
Just in general, the whole Gumshoe genre is not a very popular genre to the American public. I mean, even Chinatown was not a huge hit at the time. It was very well respected, very well reviewed, and critically acclaimed, but it was not like a big blockbuster hit. And along with that, here we had the ads that were coming out, was this black man looking for this white woman who ended up being played by Jennifer Beals. And then the O.J. trial, they announced that they were going to have the verdict on Saturday, I believe it was, that they announced this on Friday, which was our opening night. So there was that. I think it would have probably benefited from a platform kind of a structure, as opposed to just, you know, what they used to do with films, as opposed to where you break it out in 1,500 screens all at once, you know. So there were a lot of things, you know, that came into play.
Well, we can perhaps look forward to seeing the resurrection of Easy as a streaming series or something. I think that would be fantastic.
They've talked about it many times. It has not come to fruition.
But we have a special treat for our audience tonight, because when we come back, we are going to show the movie that put you on the map. Stick around, because we have what, in my estimation, is one of the best crime movies of the past 50 years, if not ever. Why hedge my bets? Carl and I will be back to present to you One False Move.